You won't like to hear this, but your dressing is affecting you more than you think. So a lot of times in a workplace, there are some very little but important things that affect people progression. But nobody talks about it because they are quite sensitive. And it is how you dress or how you look to the workplace. How you look to the workplace is a very important part of your self-development. You have to pay attention to how you look, because the truth is, people assess how you look or how you dress before they wait to hear what you have to say. So if you're in a category of people that are technically sound, but you are not progressing as much as you thought you would have progressed, you may need to check how you look to the workplace. How do you dress up for the workplace? Do you look prepared, or do you look shabbily dressed? Do you look ready for your next role, or do you look like you still need assistance at the role in which you are? Let me tell you why it is important for you to pay attention to how you show up in the office, in the way you dress. The first thing is that your outlook determines your confidence level. Anytime you are well dressed, you yourself will be confident to speak up, you'll be confident to engage other people, and you will be more confident at work. But anytime you are shabbily dressed, then you know that you will not be able to do the things that you're supposed to do properly. What is even more important is that people are watching you. They are watching how you show up at work, and they are passing their judgments based on how you look. You may not like to see that, and you may not like to hear that, but that is the truth. And that is why people's dressing is usually not discussed in the office. And when people are passed from promotion, nobody tells them why they are passed from promotion. You just hear things like, well. Anytime you hear well, go and check how you look. Secondly, it is important that you pay attention to how you look or how you show up in the office, because your dressing is actually a work tool. Just like you build up your skill set, and your skill set forms part of the value you are bringing to work, your dressing is also your work tool. You have to make sure that you look the part. I remember that when I was going to become a partner, I made sure that I fitted my wardrobe to fit my new status, even though I had not been announced as a partner yet. But because I was preparing for that role, I made sure that I dressed up for that role. And this brings me to my third point. The third reason why it is important for you to dress well to the office is because it sends the signals to your superiors that you are ready for the next role. So every time you are aspiring to move up to the next role, you have to look the part. Your role, or the target role that you want, must fit into how you dress. Fourth important point about why it is important for you to dress well is that it also opens up networking opportunities for you. There are so many times that I've attended events and people are just able to start a conversation with me based on how I look. You know, they pass compliments, or, oh, I like your suit, or I like your shoes, or I like your bag. All of these things are what makes up into your professional profile, and you have to pay attention to it. Now, when it comes about looking good or showing up the right way to the office, it's not about dressing up in an expensive manner. It is just making sure that you're intentional about what you wear and how you wear it, how you combine your colors. It's always very important. Make sure you pay attention to your nails, to your hair, you pay attention to your clothing, you pay attention to your shoes, your belt. Make sure that you also pay attention to your face. Just don't show up anyhow, because people would assess you based on what they can see from the outward appearance before they begin to have a conversation with you. And sometimes people will not even talk to you at all because they believe that you do not match the looks. I remember there was a day when I was in my former place of work. A candidate came for an interview and he lost the interview because, unfortunately for him, he came for the interview when the HR manager was in the office and he came without a pair of socks. He lost that role because he did not wear a pair of socks. I was a graduate trainee at that time, and that thing stuck in my memory. How you appear to any place you are going is very important. The content and the container are both important. Don't prioritize one for the other. Don't neglect your looks just because you are building your technical skills. The truth is, people judge you based on how you look. Pay attention to your looks. Make sure that every time you show up, you are well dressed, you are well groomed, you smell nice, you look nice. And then when words come out of your mouth, people are also not disappointed. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope you found it useful. Please share it with your friends. Till the next time, stay clean. Bye-bye.